So it's been a minute since we've talked about Ghostbusters Afterlife on the channel because things quieted down like I said it would. I said it's going to calm down and then, they'll release another trailer. It'll rile up again. And then when the movie eventually comes out and I think it'll do well, people are going to get really butthurt about it, especially if it does well. Because remember, 2016 Lady Ghostbusters was a complete flop. And it gave birth to the you're an istophobe if you don't like these movies. So things are quiet right now. But of course, the director, the man who's very famous for calling people that didn't like his movie toxic man babies, is holding out hope that his ladies might maybe get a crossover with the new cast. But first, all right, guys, I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Ridge Wallet. I've been using mine for about a month now, and I really, really like mine. It's a fantastic product, really, really durable wallet. And it's really nice because if you want to make the switch from a big back pocket wallet, these are really nice. They fit in your front pocket really smooth. Like, this is my first time using a front pocket wallet, and I've really been enjoying it. And they've got other products. It's not just wallets. They have backpacks. They have these nice phone cases here. If you notice, you can put a card in there in your ID. Say you were going to a concert, you could just take those two things with you. You wouldn't need to take your wallet in there. Just a way to not have to worry about losing something, someone picking your wallet or something like that. It's better to have it in the front pocket. But these are really nice, and it's a way to get away from having your back pocket all stuffed full. They got really good reviews on their website. Lots of 5-star reviews, really worth checking out. And I also want to point out this is the only sponsorship I've ever taken, and they've been really good to me. And I think it's really good that products like this stick up for free speech and come to channels like mine. So please check them out. There's a link in the description. If you use the code FLASH, you can get 10% off on their products. So check them out. Remember, the code is FLASH. So Paul here, the guy who directed 2016 Ghostbusters, and really has just had flops ever since, as far as I know. In fact, I really don't know what he's done since that movie. I just know he's always running his mouth about toxic man babies because people don't like his movie. 2016 Ghostbusters will go down as probably one of the biggest laughing stocks in reboots because it just was unnecessary. No one wanted that movie. No one cared about that movie. It looked terrible. It didn't get the original Ghostbusters at all. The original Ghostbusters is probably a masterpiece of comedy and just filmmaking. I think it's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely in my top 10. It's aged really well. Personally, I'm tired of sequels and reboots. I'm willing to give Afterlife a try because it at least looks like it respects the fan base. Though, of course, Paul Feig or Fig or whatever his name is, Paul Fig, he doesn't really care about respecting the fan base. All he did was insult the fan base and blame men and all this weird stuff that he did. And he just keeps running his mouth. And at a Television Critics Association panel for Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, he was running his mouth again about his stupid movie that no one cares about. You can find this movie in the dump bin at Walmart for about $5 if you really want to check it out. It doesn't sell very well. I'm sure you can still find plenty of copies of it in that trash bin. The best place to find it would probably be in a dumpster when they clear out their inventory at the end of the year. Just go look in the Walmart dumpster. I'm sure you can find a pristine copy of Ghostbusters 2016. But let's go ahead and take a look at what they're saying here. So Paul Fig wants his Ghostbusters 2016 team to return. Hopes for Afterlife crossover. So he wants to cross over the characters here. We probably won't be seeing a sequel to 2016's Ghostbusters reboot anytime soon, but director Paul Fig is willing to settle for a crossover. I bet he is. I bet he's willing to settle for anything because he's desperate to not see that franchise get taken out. This summer, the highly anticipated movie Ghostbusters Afterlife will be hitting theaters, bringing the franchise back to the big screen after a 4-year absence. As most of us know, the movie serves as a direct sequel to the original Ghostbusters and its 1989 sequel. Now, I don't know about that because everything in Ghostbusters Afterlife's sequel has pointed to the movie being a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 1. Now, I'm hoping I'm wrong, because I would rather them just make this a third movie and not have this be, just a direct sequel to the first one. I think that's really confusing for people. And personally, I don't think the second one was that bad. You don't need to just ignore it. It definitely took place, and there's things in that movie that are good. I hope they're not going to ignore that movie. We'll see what happens, though. We're a long way off. But anyway, it completely ignores the 2016 reboot. So nobody's upset about that, and no one could care less.
What a story, Mark.
So anyway, this movie completely ignores 2016's reboot. More than likely, this also spells the end of Fig's Ghostbusters canon, though the director is still holding out hope for seeing the reboot's characters return in a crossover movie. He's the only one. And some blue check marks and shill media, like this website. They care. They want that movie. Those girls, gotta help the girls come back. Who was gonna think of the girls? So speaking at the Television Critics Association panel for Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, Fig had this to say about the concept of seeing Abby, Aaron, Patty, and Jillian once again, possibly in a Ghostbusters Afterlife crossover. And he says, I quote, "I hope what's so great in the comic book world, they've done a lot of crossovers where there's like an interdimensional rip and our team joins up with the original Ghostbusters. So the fact that there's already been laid and made comic book canon, anything could happen, so who knows? I would love to see that team come back. We had so much fun making that movie for whatever controversy it caused." That's all we ever hear is how much fun they had making the movie. Oh, it was so much fun making that Ghostbusters movie. That's it. That's all he has to say about it. Like, not that it added this or this is what was great and this is why it was an important movie. It's no, we just had fun making it. Well, I'm sure a lot of people have fun making movies. At the end of the day, is it a good movie? No. But anyway, what he's referring to, and they talk about it in the article a little bit, is the IDW Ghostbusters comic book series. I don't even know if it's still around because all IDW does is lose money. I don't even know how that company is afloat. You can watch that Umbrella Guy's videos on IDW if you want to, where he breaks down why they're just pretty much on the brink of bankruptcy. Is because, first off, they make comic books about the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, which nobody wants and nobody cares about. And no one's buying these comics. No one buys that. I don't know if anybody bought this crossover book either, but it does exist. It's a crossover book between the original team and the 2016 team. Pretty sure Kelly Thompson writes it. If you don't know who she is, she currently writes the Captain Marvel comic book, another comic book that doesn't sell. So that's what he's referring to. So it's the idea that, these two dimensions could come together. It's never going to happen, Paul. Nobody wants to watch that movie. Nobody cares. But, they're not going to let this stuff go. And I just wonder how long these people will wail into the wind about this stupid movie that no one wants to see. Nobody supported. These people talk about how great it is and, how that movie needs to be made. But the fact is, all these people that whine and cry about Ghostbusters 2016, did they take their asses to the movie theater to go see it? They cared about it so much. Did they take their asses to the movies to go watch it? No. Did they go support this movie? No. Did they buy the merchandise? No. They didn't do anything. All they did was wail about it on Twitter. That's all they did was whine, piss and moan on Twitter about how great 2016 Ghostbusters is, but they never went and watched it, never supported it. And because of that, it failed. And what happened after that failure? Well, now we're getting a movie that people actually want to see, that respects the fan base and is a direct sequel. The movie that we wanted all along. And really, it's a blown opportunity because we should have got it a long time ago so you could have had the original cast reunited. This is the best we're going to get, though, was Ghostbusters Afterlife. So hopefully it'll be good, but Nobody wants this garbage 2016 team back. And I just find funny how they just won't let it go. They won't stop. So stop talking about it. It's not going to happen, Paul Fig. You guys had your chance to support that movie and make it happen. You didn't do it. You can tip your fedoras all you want to it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to bring the movie back. That movie was a financial disaster, and you blew it. Instead of whining on Twitter, you should have taken your butts to the movie theater and watched it multiple times. So you blew it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about this. Would you like to see a Ghostbusters 2016 crossover? Give me your thoughts on that. Also, throw a like up. Remember, comments and likes really help videos in the algorithm, so please consider leaving some of those sweet interaction points with the video. Also, make sure you share it. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you check out Ridge Wallet. There's a link in the description. Remember to use the code FLASH. And that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that. And subscribe if you're new. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.